Hi, Beerfox here. Today we're looking at Reaper of Souls, Diablo 3 expansion. It's been a while since I've looked at this game, but since its release I've been spending a lot more time with it, and we're looking at a Crusader build that I've come up with purely by chance, obviously by design, by the item that it's revolving around. So just to let you know before you do this, if you've leveled a Crusader up, it's very dependent on items that you'll find during the game. RNG is RNG, so whether you find them or not, I don't know, but I wanted to show off this build because it's proved quite successful up to Torment 3. Having said that, for the purpose of this video, I'm just doing Torment 1. It can easily do 2 and 3, survivability aside, but you'll see why toughness maybe doesn't matter so much in this build. So let's just have a look at what I'm talking about here. The main thing this build, the main two things this build's going to revolve around here is the Fate of the Fell. It's a two-handed Crusader flail. The important thing we've got here is that it gives, you're getting 2 additional rays of Heaven's Fury. While it's very cool that Heaven's Fury is a spell that will come down from the sky like a laser beam, there's a room called Split. It could give you up to 5 beams. Remember, it's 2 additional rays, so it's not a multiplicative, it's just 2 additional. That's fair enough, and as much fun as that is, I was using Ascendants originally, and you'd have 3 Ascendants rays going around, all doing equal damage, but unfortunately, a lot of the time, they wouldn't all 3 hone in on, say, a boss. 2 would just disappear off wherever they felt like it, made it a little bit crap. Got me thinking a bit about it and having a look at the runes, and then I realised the rune that I didn't utilise much before, because what it does is it the Heaven's Fury doesn't have a cooldown anymore, and basically it fires out a ray in front of you like a blast. This is why I'm kind of calling this a shotgun blast, but then I thought, well, hold on a second, it gives it 2 additional rays. Does it work with this? Well, yes it does. As you can see, those 3 rays come out there literally like a shotgun. Makes it absolutely fantastic. As you can imagine though, this is an extremely wrath heavy build, so you're going to need a pair of these, the Reaper's Wraps, which are just, they haven't rolled the best in the world, but they're still good. As we can see here, health globes restore 28% of your primary resource, so you're relying on that a lot. But another good resource refunder is, there's a reason why I've got Provoking here, is that it generates 30 wrath. Best rune I found to use with this in this build was the charged up to give extra lightning damage. Why not more damage? What we've also done here is I've got holy skills on my necklace, holy skill damage on my bracers, and not the best hallowed barricade in the world, but it'll suffice. 19% on a shield as well is very nice. Then we've got Heaven's Fury damage again on my shoulders. Again, that can actually go up to 15, so that could be better. I'm also in the market for a lot of better gear really, but I'm just still fine-tuning this build, but I just wanted to show it because it's been really effective. Stacking all this together, even though my paper damage might not be through the roof as it were, it's sitting at 910 at the moment, each one of these rays can hit for about 12 to 14 million damage. If you position yourself correctly, all 3 rays will hit your target. That's a lot of damage. So let's have a quick look at this build in action. So a nice bunch of elites here, and we're full of wrath. Here comes the shotgun. Absolutely insane. If you're running low on wrath, provoke, fill it back up. Again, there goes the elites. Obviously health globes everywhere. As you can see, it just completely mauls them. There we go again. So I just found there's another group of elites here, so that's why I would skip forward. I use Iron Skin in this, it's great for anything. I'm also using Slash because it's a holy build, excellent with a lot of extra holy damage. You can just see how quick this takes them down here. I mean, this is Torment 1, so it is overpowered for Torment 1, but it also highlights that you shouldn't underestimate certainly the power of plus damage to moves and plus to holy, or plus to any elemental depending on what you're going for. Another pack of elites here. Hopefully we can get us a bit of wrath up and just, there you go, down they go. Simple as that. Loads of health globes, so you can afford to spam it out really, because you're taking a bit of a gamble that you're going to get some more health globes. I also using Fist of Heavens as a bit of a ranged one. That's good for massive packs. although a bit of a waste of wrath if you're right in there, absolutely caning them. You want to use Heaven's Fury where possible. Try not to spam it too much on smaller packs like I did there, as it just ends up being a total waste. Sometimes you just can't help but unleash it on a single skeleton, however. So yeah, if it's low, you've got Provoke, there you go, that's all 3 of them dead again. And you can just go and get a health globe there, you'll probably get plenty as you go. Again, for this build, I mean, I'll be looking for items that could give you more health globes, so to synergise with the Reaper's wraps. Next what I'll do is I'll skip to a boss, and I'll just show you about positioning with a boss. So here we are at Butchie Boy. Try and get it right in, because you want all 3 beams to hit. If you stand too far back, they might not. Obviously he's a bit of a twat 'cause he knocks you back. Run low on Wrath there, so we just pop Provoke and then just get another one out. If you're running on low on survivability, then a good idea is to use Iron Skin. In a good position there, and you can see all 3 beams again are hitting him. I wasn't hitting him at all there, I lost my cursor. I'm also using the passive that gives 825 life back per like Wrath spent, so then again that does negate like needing so much defense, as it were, toughness, basically because you're getting so much life back, because that costs 40 Wrath to do. So you can see there the positioning's quite important on larger mobs, especially on bosses. You want to try and get as close in, like again like a shotgun I suppose. The further you are away, the larger the spread, the less damage it'll kind of do to enemies. So once you get in there, and you can really start chucking that out. So like I say, yeah, use Provoke to give yourself that Wrath back, using Slash with Zeal because it's Hurley, and as we've seen I'm using a lot of plus Hurley damage, so you really want to be trying to use Hurley skills where possible. Fist of Heavens is Hurley, so that gives it a lot as well of that extra damage. So that, I mean, that's hitting for 4 or 5 million standard when it's coming down, and a little light sparkly things going off for another 3 million, so that's good for ranged and what have you. So yeah, that in a nutshell basically is the Shotgun Crusader. The build's got a long way to go yet. A lot of these aren't necessary, you know. Divine Fortress, I'm just using it for a bit of extra toughness. Fineries for extra strength. The more slots you've got, obviously the better. Heavenly Strength, well, I couldn't do the build without it, because I won't be able to use a 2-handed weapon with my shield. Well, I could, but then I won't be able to use my shield. And Wrathful's the one that each point of Wrath heals you 825 life, so you get a lot back there. These could be swapped out. Obviously I would recommend keeping Provoke in the build, give you 30 back, increases your weapon damage as well. Fantastic. Fist of Heavens is far from compulsory. It's up to you, have a play about with it. It's just because it's early and I like it basically. But this is what it revolves around of here. Really need that Fires of Heaven to get that shotgun effect going on. Really, really effective, really quick farming, especially if you just face rolling through Torment 1. Like I said, it can do 2 and 3 quite easily, take you a bit longer, but the more damage you get obviously over time. Don't forget that elemental damage is very important as well nowadays, you know, not just crit hit builds and stuff like that. So Iron Skin again doesn't have to be in there, but affords you that little bit of extra defense in the moment of like panic. Great against damage reflect as fire chains. When Malthael does that spinny thing, if you're using reflective skin, kicks a lot of damage back at him. Laws of Valor again, not by any means compulsory, but I like it just for the extra damage and attack. So yeah, so that's it. So thanks for watching. This is Beerfox. Keep an eye out. Hopefully I'll do a few more builds. I've got an explosive barbarian I wouldn't mind sharing with you all. Take it easy.